Hello guys, I am back to film another Worth the Hype. I know, another one. But you guys seem to be really liking this series, and I've had a lot of different requests for different kind of products and different product lines, so I'm trying to work my way through the list. I also pre-film a lot of videos for when I know I'm going to be busy, and then I try and space them out accordingly so they don't all go up around the same time, even if I might film them closer together. So if there is something that you've requested that you haven't seen yet, it's not because I'm not filming it. I definitely am. I film all the requests that I get, or for the most part, and so they are coming, or either they're filmed or I'm in the process of filming them, and you will be seeing them very soon. So subscribe so you don't miss out on those. But today I'm here to feature the China Glaze nail polish line as a whole. Now, this is something that, I mean, a lot of people on YouTube either buy or use OPI, Essie, and China Glaze nail polishes. When I was a little bit younger and I was just getting into the whole nail polish world, that's kind of what I ventured into. And I have a lot I'm looking over at my nail polish. I have some on this wall, and then you can see a little bit here. Those are like my brights, and I have my dark ones there. Anyways, I have a lot of OPI and a lot of Essie. I would say those are my favorites. As I've gotten, OPI used to be my favorite, and now I'm venturing more into Essie just because the colors kind of suit me a little bit more. So I kind of just got more into Essie in the last few years, but China Glaze is something that I was always interested in. For a long time it was kind of hard to get China Glaze in Canada, but recently they started carrying it at a local beauty supply store, and so I've been able to get my hands on it, and I had also bought a few, when I go to the States. So I have 4 colors from China Glaze, so I'll just kind of hold them up here. I have these 4, it's going to be hard to hold up. I have Love's a Beach, so you can see like a pattern here. The reason I first ventured into China Glaze is because I loved the bright, crazy colors that they have. They have very neon electric colors that not that many other brands and lines have, and that's why I went in for this line. I think the first one I ever got, the one that to this day, it's still one of my all-time favorite summer polishes, is called Flip Flop Fantasy. It's like this pinky orange. It looks phenomenal when you have a tan in the summer. This is my go-to summer polish. And then I have Rose Among Thorns. That's like a very just like neon hot pink with like a hint of more reddish tones. And then I have Pink Voltage, which has like a bluish purple duochrome to it. Very just bright, kind of baby pink, but like a neon baby pink. And then I have this one here that's called Love's a Beach, and this has kind of like a golden undertone to it. Like you can see, these are somewhat similar, but because the undertones are different, they do come out very different on the nails. I have very mixed emotions about China Glaze. I was really excited because of the color selection. I could not wait to get into it and try them out. I have to say I was highly disappointed with the formula. I was not expecting to be, because this is not something I've ever seen anyone talk about, which is why I took it upon myself to film this Worth the Hype for you, because I think China Glaze has an amazing color selection. They have some of the funnest, brightest colors and shades, and that's why I gravitated towards them. That's why I still buy some. But the formula, in my opinion, is nowhere near OPI or Essie. And I don't know if that is because I've just gone with neon polishes from their line, which neon polishes, if you don't know, it's a little bit of a trickier formula from what I've heard to create, and it's kind of how pastels or very, very light colors can be streaky and hard to apply. No matter how good quality it is, you will get some that are better, but they will be no matter what. You need a few layers. Neons apparently are very similar in the fact that they can be hard to get a consistent formula. However, these, to me, are so hard to use that oftentimes I will just go with another polish because I don't want to put the time and effort into trying to make these look good. And that's not to say that the colors aren't amazing and that if you work with it the right way that they don't look great and they don't last well. They do. But it takes so much work and time to put into these polishes. The only one that I really keep going back to, just because the color, and I get so many compliments on it and I just love the way it looks, is Flip Flop Fantasy. I will put the work in for this one. The other 3, because they are more similar to colors that I do have, I kind of tend to gravitate away from them and just use other polishes that I have because the formula is hard. And now what I mean by hard to apply is this is not only streaky, it's very streaky, but it's also not the kind of streaky where if you layer it on, you'll manage on the second or third coat to get like an even color. Like no matter how many coats you put, I feel like this doesn't look even. It's gonna still look streaky, and it's also a very like goopy formula, and like it just makes it really hard to apply. It goes on thick in some places, thin in other places. It's not consistent. I find it very difficult to work with, and I hate to say that because I do have some from their line and I do love them in terms of like how they look once you've like put in all the time and effort. I can work with this one to the point where I think I need about 3 coats, and I would say try to get thin coats so that it doesn't goop up in some areas and look really thick and splotchy and ugly. And then the top coat is kind of what ties it all together and makes it look more seamless and make it work essentially. The other thing that I was really surprised of is that this formula is very matte. It doesn't dry. I know a lot of polishes without a top coat aren't like super shiny, but they have like a satin finish. They're like reflective. These aren't marketed to be matte, but they do dry extremely matte in my opinion. There's not really a shine to them, and I would say that you definitely need a top coat with these to make them look nice, to make them last, and to make them work. With the Hype, I would say if you love their colors and you're willing to work with it, then give it a shot. But I don't think over other lines, if there's like a similar color in a different line, I wouldn't go for China Glaze. That's just me. I have found the Orly polishes to be, those two can be hard to get in Canada, but I think you can order them online if I'm not mistaken. Those to me have been the best. They have amazing neon polishes. Like if you're like, you like bright colors in the summer, and Essie and OPI don't always have like really, really bright, vibrant neon kind of colors. Orly does, and their formula is impeccable. I have not, like most of the time when I veer away from China Glaze, I go towards Orly because the formula is 100 times better. It goes on 100 times faster. It's less of a hassle, and their colors are beautiful. So I would kind of weigh your pros and cons there. Maybe try one out and see how you feel. Maybe you'll have a different experience. Again, I can't speak for the whole range because I've been dealing with neon colors, but one company that has their neon formula like on point, I've never been disappointed, is Orly. So I would say if you're gonna pick between the two, if there's like 2 similar colors that you're looking at, I would say go with Orly. You probably like it better, but that's not to say don't give China Glaze a shot, you know? It's kind of like a up to you situation. But in terms of will I purchase more China Glaze in the future, if there's a color that is just something so different, so unique that I don't have, that I don't see in any other line, then probably, just because if I like it that much, I'll take the time to make it work. But other than that, I don't see myself purposely going out and getting China Glaze. Other than this color, I will continue to repurchase this color because I absolutely love it. And I know some of you might, sorry, I'm itchy. I know some of you might comment that Orly does have a very, very similar color. It's like right there. I don't know, you might be able to see it. In the bottles, they look identical. So I bought the Orly one hoping that I could replace this one so it wouldn't be as much of a hassle to put on. But it turns out the Orly one is a little bit more orange and this one has a little bit more pink to it, and I just like this one more. So I will continue to repurchase this no matter what. I actually think this might be my second bottle. I bought it for a friend. I don't fully remember, but I will continue to purchase this specific one. I don't think I will venture out into that many more colors. That is it for my China Glaze Worth the Hype. Let me know in a comment below if you've tried more of the range, like darker colors, lighter colors, anything like that. If you've had that same experience and what you think, was it worth the hype to you? Will you continue to repurchase? And just let me know what your favorite nail polish brand is in the comments below. I would love to know and maybe find a new brand to venture into. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more videos about nail polishes, if you're like a nail addict like I am. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next Friday. Bye!